Weeks would have passed, and Trunks, Vegeta, and Kakarot were all shocked to see, about Gohan and Piccolo's new power. Piccolo noticed something, however. Cell wasn't as shocked. It seems like somehow he knew about this hidden power. He was excited. As he looked at all of them, I have something hidden too, but I won't reveal it until the time's right, Cell said, as he began to laugh, showing off. As everyone else just rolled their eyes. However, as weeks passed, eventually Champa would visit Beerus' world. As Cell and Trunks were fighting, training, suddenly Champa would walk in and look around. So, this is your planet. It's quite different from the last time I've been here. Of course,
It was a million years ago. Quite a long time ago. I like what you've done with the place. Beerus would simply look at him and say,
tell me what you want. Well, Beerus, I want to show you the food of my universe. He would show off an egg. And as they all ate it, they weren't very much impressed. Then, he showed them the food of the 7th universe, and Champa was very impressed. He would start to yell. Since Beerus and Champa loved their food, the two things they liked most of all was food and fighting. As Beerus began to laugh, you see, Champa, we have all this great food because of Earth. Then Champa realized that Earth wasn't good, and in his universe, just like in canon, and they would agree to have a tournament.
Number 7's team would be Piccolo, Gohan, Vegeta, Trunks, Goku, and of course Cell, the canon of the group. He had the firepower. True, Piccolo and Gohan were probably stronger than him. However, he kept talking about how he had some secret move or form or something amazing up his sleeve. So much so, they decided to let him go first. As Cell walked up, it was Butamu. Butamu would walk up to Cell and say, "So, you're some sort of bio-android. Interesting. However, it doesn't matter how powerful you are. You cannot defeat my technique." Power? What? Does that include you being fat? Butamu would say, "Shut up." As Cell would fire a ki blast, suddenly it would simply just bounce off Butamu, like it did nothing. As Cell would then laugh, "It does have something to do with you being fat." Butamu would say, "I'll make you eat those words." As he started to march towards him and start to push him off the ring. But every time Cell hit him, it just reflected. Suddenly, Vegeta would say, "Use your head," as Cell said, "Oh." Cell simply grabbed his feet and started to drag him away. "Really? You being a fat? So, since you're so fat, you bounce off energy blasts? What an amusing power. However, I guess it doesn't really matter, since you're getting thrown off either way," as he threw Butamu off the ring.
As he fell to the ground, he began to laugh. Oh, what a fat idiot. Suddenly, Frost would get on the ring and say, "That is not nice to call someone that." "Huh, how ironic. So you're a good guy, Frieza. What is this Frieza?" Cell would say, "Never mind. He's someone I got a lot in common with. You see, there was someone like you in my universe, and they got their DNA to make me. That's what makes me so perfect, that I am the perfect being because of it." "Ha ha ha," Cell would say, laughing. Frost would look and say, "Well, whatever." Frost was a little annoyed by this cocky guy's attitude. However, he didn't let it bother him. As they both started to battle, Cell would say, "Go into your final form, please." Frost would say, "What? I know you're just holding back. Trust me. I need you to go into your final form and fight me. You see, I know all about each form because I have the DNA of one of your people. And I know what your final form looks like, so don't play any tricks with me." Frost would sigh as he would transform straight into his final form, as Cell would transform to his super perfect form. As Cell would say, "There's not much of a difference with mine. However, you can feel my energy is different, can't you?" Frost would say, "Yes, I can. It's quite impressive. Now, let's go all out." Cell and Frost then began to battle each other. As Cell was holding back to have fun, but he was starting to show more and more of his power. And as he did, Frost was getting pushed further and further into a corner. He only had one option. He had to cheat. As Frost was fighting Cell, he couldn't really do much. After all, Cell was so much stronger, but Frost had an idea, as then he would punch Cell and stab him with a little needle, but the poison didn't work. When Dr. Gero made Cell, he made sure he was immune to poison, in case anyone tried to poison him. Frost was shocked, but, Cell would smirk and say, "Oh, you think that little trick would work next time?"
think twice before trying to defeat the perfect being, as then Cell would simply smack him, cause him to fly off the edge and Cell to win. The next match would be Cabba versus Cell.
As Cell would simply look up and say, "Who's next?" As Cabba would walk up. "I don't like your cocky attitude. I can see you're very powerful, but bullying Frost like that wasn't very nice." Cabba would say, ironically not knowing that Frost was trying to cheat. As Cell would smile and say, "You don't know the half of it. Alright, let's fight, but I should warn you, you should probably go Super Saiyan if you want to fight me. If you don't know how to go Super Saiyan God." Cabba would say, "Super Saiyan God? Super Saiyan? Sorry, I don't understand what those mean." Cell would say, "Oh, you don't? Interesting. Your base is pretty strong." Cabba would look up and say, "Base? What do you mean by base?" But suddenly Cell would simply punch Cabba and begin to hit him again and again and again. Cell didn't want to do this. After all, he may have started out as a villain. He would straight up drink people, but it's been a long time, and honestly, since he doesn't have that sensible hunger anymore, and since he's been hanging out with Trunks, Kakarot, or Goku, and Vegeta, it's just, well, honestly, he's become kind of a good person. Cell still had some bad in him, but he wasn't some murderer or some guy who just bullies other people. As Cell was fighting Cabba, he realized he had to help him reach his full potential, so he would pick him up and blast him with a ki blast and begin to choke him. "I'll love to kill your family." Cabba would look down and say, "What?" Cell would laugh. "I'll show them your corpse." "No, you know what would be better? If I show you your family's corpse."
"Yeah, watch all of your family dead. After I destroy your family, I'll obliterate your planet. Wipe it out." As Cabba would say, "No, I will not let you do that." As he started to yell, the ground started to shake as his hair turned yellow. He was a Super Saiyan. As Cell would say, "Perfect. Now hit me with everything you got." Cabba would start to punch Cell, and Cell would feel the pain for a bit, until he stopped holding back and punched Cabba off the ring. As he fell down, Cell would say, "You're welcome, kid." Dun-dun-dun. "Alright, who's next?" Cell would say, getting ready to fight the next person. As suddenly, Magetta would walk on stage. As Magetta would get ready to fight, Cell would look at him. "Well, a giant robot. Isn't that fun? Well, let's get fighting." Cell and Magetta would start to battle each other. And well, not much would happen. As Cell and Magetta continued to fight, it was kind of easy for Cell. Cell was easily able to defeat Magetta. However, suddenly something would happen. Magetta would start to shoot up fireballs from his mouth. As Cell started to dodge all of them, Cell would look and say, "Wow, you really are a bucket of bolts." Magetta would sit down and start to cry. "Chugga, chugga, chugga, chugga." Cell would say, "What's going on?" Chompa would say, "No, don't insult him. That's not fair. That's not fair, not fair, not fair." Beerus would say, "Nothing's in the rules against insulting." I guess he's just sensitive. Cell would then push him off the ring. As the next match would be Cell versus Hit. As Hit walked onto the stage, Cell would look at him and smirk. Well, well, well. So it's you, Hit. I've heard quite about you from Universe 6. Apparently you're some assassin, huh? Show me your power. Suddenly Hit would do a time skip. Yep, as he punched Cell, sending him flying off the edge. As he grabbed onto the edge, almost hitting it, then dragged himself back up. As then Cell would say, "I didn't want to do this. I wanted to use this as a form to fight Beerus." Beerus would say, "A form to fight me? Whis, do you know what he's talking about?" Whis would nod his head, no. As suddenly, Cell would turn gold. Show. It's time to show everyone my true power. The power of my golden perfection. As everyone was impressed. Keep in mind that Super Perfect Cell could keep up with Blue. So Golden Cell, he was quite stronger than Golden Frieza. Let's just say that. As Hit would say, "This is impressive. However, if you go all out, I'll go all out too."
Hit did a time skip again and 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 again. Cell would simply look at him and say, "What are you doing?" as suddenly he would get frozen with time energy. Hit would say, "It took all my power, so I'm probably gonna lose to one of your other guys, but at least you didn't get me, cocky bastard," as then he would blast him off the ring. Everyone would be shocked. Cell did that perfect golden form and it failed. At least that's what they thought. As Hit would say, "Why didn't you call it, referee?" "Because Cell's not off the ring. He held onto the ring barely, not falling off," as then he crawled back up and hit with a Kamehameha, knocking him off the ring, causing him to be victorious. As Cell would look up and say, "Before I take the win, I have to say this. Thank you, Trunks. It's thanks to you I got this power, and it's thanks to you that I'm a good person. I respect you, Trunks. You're my best friend." Trunks would look down and say, "Thanks, you're my best friend too." And that is going to leave things off. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of this video down in the comments below. And how are all your days going? What do you think about this Cell and Trunks friendship?